here we go with the design of the rack pad, which you are seeing right here. Again, don't use these dimensions because the dimensions I give you are going to be slightly different because they'll be just a little bit more accurate. Okay, so on Solidworks, we're going to open up a new part file. Now this one we're going to start with a sketch. Well, I guess we always start with a sketch, but go to front view. And let's drop a line. You know what? I want to look right at this front view so I know it's vertical. And I'm going to undo that line. And let's start that again. Okay, straight down. And then I'm going to come straight over. And just to make sure I'm in the ballpark on dimensions here, this total height was meant to be 1 inch, I believe. Let me double check that. So go ahead and put in 1 inch for the total height. And then the total width of this base is going to be 7/16, which if you put in 7/16, you'll see it comes out to 0.4375. So it's not really 0.438. It's 0.4375, but it just displays that way. Okay, so now we can add the rest of our lines, and we can say it's going to come across a little bit, then it's going to come down some, then it's going to come out a little bit, and then there's going to be, this part's going to actually come up a little bit, and then there's going to be an arc between, we go here to a 3-point arc, there's going to be an arc between that, and it's going to look something like that. Now we'll get our dimensions in there. So if I go to Smart Dimension, I'm going to change the height of this guy, and it's going to be 1/8 of an inch, which is 0.125. And we're going to change the length of this segment right here is going to be 9/16 of an inch, which is 0.5625. And then the length of this little section right here is going to be 1/8 of an inch, so 0.125. Alright, and then we're going to throw a radius onto here, and let's make that radius 3/8 of an inch, which is 0.375. Okay, so now you have something that looks like this. This is basically a profile, and all we're going to have to do is revolve this. But before I revolve it, I'm going to throw the chamfer that goes in this corner. So if we go up here into our sketch tools, and if you find fillet is right here, we can click on that and go to sketch chamfer. And I'm going to select two different edges. I'm going to select this edge and this edge. Okay, you know what? It's giving us a little error, so here's what we're going to do. Instead, we're going to put the chamfer in after we revolve it, and that'll work just fine. So let's go ahead and take our sketch, and we're going to go to Revolve. And we're going to select, for our selected contours, we're going to choose this profile. And for our axis of revolution, we're going to choose this axis. And we're going to revolve that. Now that doesn't look correct at all. Okay, now I'm seeing my error is actually in this piece right here. It was twice as thick as it should have been. So we're going to go back, and and if you notice I didn't even put a dimension in there. We're going to sketch, Smart Dimension, and change that actually to a 1/16 of an inch, because then when we revolve it, it'll become 1/8 of an inch thick. So we do something like that. And we're going to now go to Features, Revolve, and let's select the contours and axis of revolution. When you do something like that, doesn't look very good either. Alright. Okay, so let me go back. So this is we are going to use this as an 1/8 of an inch, so that when we revolve it, it becomes a 1/4 inch in total thickness. And so we're going to go to Features, Revolve, and the contour we select is going to be this, and the axis of revolution is going to be this, and your part should end up looking something like that. Alright, now we just have one more. It's one more thing. It's that chamfer. So if we go under this feature fillet and click and go to chamfer, and if we tell it we want it to be a 1/16 of an inch chamfer, which is 0.0625, we're at a 45-degree angle, and then we select this edge down here. It's going to add that chamfer, and then you can see what it looks like that. It basically just kind of, it doesn't round it off, it chops it. So it's a nice 45-degree transition from what was a vertical edge to a horizontal edge. And that is the complete part.